There she is, my brand new to me Boom Vader 125-10. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Boom Vader is, and you're probably thinking, this bike looks really familiar, well, it's a copy of a Honda Grom. I wanted something fun, light, I can goof around on, but I didn't want to pay several $1,000s just to find out I don't like the motorcycle. So instead of spending big bucks on a super reliable Honda Grom, I bought a Chinese clone, which, if you don't mind tinkering with stuff here and there, they're actually supposed to be pretty decent bikes. So we got it put together. This is going to be the first ride. I'm taking it home today. And while we're still technically waiting on paperwork, so this is one of those undocumented ghost motorcycles. It's like 5 miles home. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It's super early Saturday morning. I think it's, 8 a.m., so shouldn't have any problems. Now, I'm pretty sure I got the idle set right, because unlike the Groms, these little guys are carbureted. So hopefully she'll start for us first thing this morning. Let's take a look. Nice fancy little dash, does a little thing. And this bike weighs like nothing. So I'm on a little bit of a slope, so we need to be a little careful. Let's try this without any choke first. Ooh, she wanted to. Actually, you know what? I'm a dum-dum. Go ahead and put the fuel in the on position, which on these factory petcocks is actually pointed up. Genius. Oh my goodness, act like I've ridden a motorcycle before, golly. Gonna give her a little bit of choke. Let's turn the whole thing on, screw it. Come on, baby. Which it's probably upper 40s, maybe 50. I'm gonna let her sit there and idle for a second. I think that needs to go up just a hair, but she is a little chilly still. And I got the gain turned way down on my DJI Osmo. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but it actually doesn't sound that bad. We're going to do an aftermarket exhaust for sure. We're going to do probably a nibby carb, nibby throttle assembly. Probably change the sprocket out, and that's probably about all I'm going to do with this thing. I don't see a whole lot of things I want to do at the moment. Now, we might go nuts and do an extended swing arm and all that crazy stuff. I'm just double checking the turn signals while we're sitting here. It's a brand new bike, everything should work, but also this bike is not Japanese, so who knows. Alright, if I take the choke all the way off, she is sitting there right about 1500, so I think we're ready to go. We'll say, like, right off the rip, this feels very, very weird. Like, my front feels way down, and that's probably in part because I'm like 230 pounds on this little 125cc bike. Because it does feel like I'm diving forward a little bit. So I got to figure out some stiffer fork oil. Or it might be the spring in the rear. Maybe we can adjust the shock and get the back down a little bit. But so far, it's not a bad machine. I'm sure I look goofy on it. Like I said, I'm 230 pounds. I'm about 6 foot tall. One of the things I read about this bike is that it does vibrate quite a bit. At least compared to like the Grom and like the Kawasaki Z125. But you know, that's to be expected. I mean, you're comparing a several $1,000 machine to something that cost me $1,400. I mean, and that was shipped. I will say the brakes are pretty good. The throttle doesn't feel that bad either. I'm not gonna go nuts with the acceleration. That first gear though is way too short. And this factory carb could probably use a little bit of tuning, but honestly, if I'm gonna swap it out anyway, it really doesn't matter. And this is a 4-speed, so that's nice, but she does top out probably about 50-55 miles per hour. So I'm trying not to like run her too terribly hard, but goodness gracious, I wish I had a 5th gear. So we're also trying to stay off the main roads today. We're gonna wiggle through the back roads, cut through a neighborhood, hopefully. I don't want to hammer on this thing until it's fully broken in. My knees don't feel uncomfortable. I got a 30-inch inseam, and they're pretty much tucked right in the tank where you would expect them to be. I need to stop, pay attention. I need to do some rev matching. I'm going to pull into the bike lane because that looks like me right now. This is just a goofy little bike. I'm really digging, I don't know, it's just different. I thought the seat felt pretty good. I think it's because I'm so tall. I kind of wish I was like further back. Like probably sitting on the passenger seat right here. The passenger portion probably does it a little better for me. But I can see hooning around on this thing. I can see why guys roll like freaking groups of 20 of these things around town. I definitely dig it. Mileage is supposed to be pretty good because it's, I mean, we're talking 125 cc's. It's supposed to be probably 100 plus miles to the gallon. Now the question is, because this bike weighs about 250 pounds, which is a different kilogram number, will this thing even see, this stoplight even see this bike? I don't know if it will or not. Luckily, someone's coming up behind us to help us trigger this thing. Now, before anybody asks, no, this is not fast. It's not designed to be. It's not meant to be. I think you can mod these things to run up to like about 60. But honestly, with these little 12-inch tires, I wouldn't want to go too much faster than that. I've also heard the speedos aren't accurate, so 47 miles per hour may or may not be speeding right now. I got no idea. It feels cool, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm digging this little bike. I think a few mods, it'll be perfect. Now, 48 right now seems about all she's... Oh, 49. We going to hit 50? Sweet. I hate doing this to you, little bike. I hate doing this to you right now. But I'm also trying not to hold up traffic. Now, as far as the build quality, the plastics on these things, definitely you can tell they're cheap. But I guess on one hand is a good thing, because if you drop this bike, because a lot of guys use this for stunting. I don't know, I'm not like a wheelie guy. I don't know how to wheelie, never wheelied ever. And I'm going to be like 40 this year, so I don't even know if it's even worth fussing with. I let that out way too fast. Brakes are surprisingly good. Brakes are really good. I dig the brakes on this thing. These mirrors are definitely functional. I think they're goofy looking. I might go with some bar ends, I think. Not necessarily for the visibility, but I think this is going to look a little cooler. Oh yeah, third gear, whoop-de-whoops. Hello? She is super nimble though. Like, they were not kidding. Like, this bike, I bet this bike corner is like amazing. I guarantee it. Yeah, I wish that first and second gear was a little bit taller. 17 tooth sprocket, I think, is going to be the way to go. This seat is starting to kill my butt a little bit. We've gone a whole 4 miles. Now, whatever, it's not leather. It's not fake leather. It's like a neoprene or something they put on the seat. It actually feels really good. A little bit more cushion would be nice. But I guess by comparison to my Honda Shadow bobber seat, yeah, this is a bit of a nicety. It's got more cushion than that, but golly, I think there's an aftermarket seat I can get for this thing that's kind of like a flat, so I can scoot back a hair. I think that's part of my thing. I think the seat's pushing me forward a little bit, so I'm kind of leaning like this. And it's kind of forcing me forward. I also ride cruisers mostly, so that's probably a lot to do with it. But as far as first running with this bike, because basically I took it out of the crate, I put it together, I drained the shipping oil out, I put some 1040 in it, I had a little issue with the throttle cable and the idle adjustment, got that sorted out, and that's all I've done to this thing. I made sure the tires had like 32 PSI in each one, and that's it. Freaking $9 Uber, left my freaking helmet and stuff at work yesterday, went by, picked it up, piece of cake. But if I can get this thing to go about 55 miles an hour, about 7,000 RPM in fourth gear, I'm gonna be a happy boy. Happy boy. Oh, we also caught this light. Perfect. I'll scoot right through here. Excuse me, little bike coming through. Beep. It is, oh my god, this is a fun little bike though. I'm digging this. I am having a good time. And that's what's important. Just stay off the interstate and all that other junk with this thing. I mean, that's pretty much the main takeaway. But for cruising around town, just bebopping like I plan on doing, I'm going to take this thing to and from work, probably when it's super nice out. It's got a storage rack on the back. I want to figure out if I want to go with a milk crate. That'd be the old school milk crate. I can do a tail bag. Something I can put some snacks in. Carry a drink to work. This is a little bumpy. The suspension's not Honda. Put it that way. I think you can swap the rear shock out for a Honda Grom. I want to look into the fork oil. I need something a little stiffer, maybe some springs. But it might just be the way I'm sitting on it, too. I mean, I've driven 5.5 miles on this thing, if that's accurate, because I don't think it's 5.5 miles from the house. I don't think work is. And, yeah, I probably look goofy on this thing, but you know what? People are looking at me and hopefully won't run me over. So, yeah, once she gets, fourth gear, once she's going about 6,000 RPM, she's got a little left in her, but like I said, I don't want to romp on this thing too much. And now I guess the question is, I've never ridden a Honda Grom. I've never ridden a Kawasaki C125. This is the first mini moto I've ever ridden. Would I recommend this to somebody? As your first motorcycle? No, probably not. And I'm saying that, it is light, it is easy to maneuver. If you drop it, you'll be able to pick it back up. It's not overpowered, but I think, personally, this is my opinion, I don't think it has enough for like your day-to-day running around. I mean, it kind of does in a sense, but But I think if this was your first motorcycle and your only motorcycle, and this was like your main bike, your main mode of transportation, depending on where you live, it may not be the best choice. Now for a second fun bike just to goof around on, by all means, buy like 8 of these things. You can get 2 of these for what a Honda Grom's gonna cost you. But either way, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think it's a good little bike. Happy to add it to the Lucky Aces stable. And if you guys miss me taking this thing out of the box, you can check that video out right here. And as always, y'all be good. See ya.